I can't believe how the Leafs murdered the Avalanche. I can't believe the last time these two teams met, the Leafs lost. You suck at Christmas, you know that? Hi, everyone. Hello. Come on. The Leafs won a thing. Austin Matthews. Mono. Wizardry. And well, time for a rebuild. This team is ruining my life. Oh, it is the season of giving. Leafs win 6-0 over the Colorado Avalanche. What a night to be named Freddy. Freddie Anderson with his first shutout as a Leaf. Freddie the GOAT with his first NHL goal. I love it. Oh, this was a fun one heading in. This was a very fun one heading in because the Leafs have back-to-backs on the road, lots of travel heading into Christmas. And I know the Leafs are near the bottom of the standings, but these two teams are too. The Avalanche and Coyotes are not great. I was listening to the radio and they're talking about how the Avalanche need to bring Patrick Waugh back, and I'm like, dude. And that's the funny thing about things going the way they're going for the Avalanche, because you go, I just want things to go back to the way they were, and you kind of forget that the way things were wasn't that great. But you'll do anything to get away from the way it is. So I'm watching going, is this game going to be the same way? 7 minutes in, Austin Matthews takes a shot, and I'm like, nope. Austin Matthews, first overall pick in 2016, gets his 16th of the season. Dude, it's not even Christmas, and the Leafs are up 1-0. People freak out about who has a great shot. They talk about Patrick Laine's shot, and Steven Stamkos' shot, and Alex Ovechkin's shot. Austin Matthews has a great shot. So how do you know if a player has a great shot? I think a player has a great shot, and this sounds so stupid, if they can just stand there, shoot the thing, and it goes in. So many times you'll see a player at the hash marks, they might even be wide open, and the goalie will be like, go ahead, I'm huge. But if you got a good shot like Austin Matthews does, that doesn't always work, does it? And it's one of those weird situations where you go, what a shot, but Varlamov has to have that. But you just said it was a good shot. Shouldn't a good shot be hard to save? Connor Brown, bang! There's a power play goal for ya! Roman Polak, bang! Dip from Nazem Kadri. That's a 3-0 lead after 1. Dude, this first period was a great glimpse into how bad things are for the Avalanche right now. We got to see a little bit of all of it. The Leafs outplayed them at 5-on-5. Avs looked confused. Leafs got a power play. Converted on the power play. Avs had opportunities on their power play. Couldn't do anything with them. I think even a 5-on-3. They had 2 in this game, didn't they? Like long ones too, and I never once thought, oh no, oh shoot. Avalanche fans were tweeting me, go easy on us, but man, they're bad. They remind me a little bit of the Horacek era Leafs where they just look lost. And dude, Nathan McKinnon, Matt Duchene, Gabriel Landeskog, Mikko Rantanen is the new young hope, Tyson Barrie on the back end, Varlamov is not a bum. This team should not suck. They don't have to make the playoffs, but they shouldn't suck. This team sucks. Avalanche fans like, I know, shut up! Okay, you're right, I'm sorry, we'll get through this. JVR, just coming in. And that's all he does. He shoots and he scores. That goal was the worst. To me, if I'm an Avalanche fan, the goal from JVR was the worst. They looked discombobulated on others. I mean, there was a tip-in goal too. There's not a ton you can do there. This one, they didn't look terribly interested in stopping JVR, did they? Like I saw people tweeting about, see, the Leafs aren't in the bottom tier, you know, they can beat up on those teams. While I do agree with that, and the Leafs spanked the Avalanche last time they played them, even though they ended up losing the game, this was a battle between a team that generally gave a damn and one that didn't. Sakic's in a rough position because there's the trade freeze right now, and what are you gonna do? Fire a brand new coach right before Christmas? Steve, you said you'd get through it. You're right, okay. Freddy the GOAT spins, fires, top cheese, goal horn! Frederick Gauthier, top cheese, what do we call that, girls and boys? Goat cheese! Leafs up 5-0 after 2. Third period, Kadri scores, assisted by Marner and Zaitsev. I don't even remember how that happened, doesn't matter. Leafs win 6-0. The third period was very touch and go for me though, because there was a little bit of shenanigans. There were a couple fights in this game, a couple hits. Connor Carrick, holy smokes, in the first period. God, there's a guy, we keep talking about how the Leafs need help on defense, but if Connor Carrick comes along, woohoo! Anyway, getting off track, I was worried about the third period because you don't need to get into shenanigans. It's the Avalanche. This is the second time you're playing them this season. That means you don't gotta play them again. You're up 6-0. It's the third period. You gotta travel tomorrow and play tomorrow against a team that beat you last time. Chill, play out the clock, run out with 2 points. Oh, how important are those 2 points? Okay, I have actively avoided looking at the standings this season, and everyone's going, the Leafs couldn't possibly get a wild card spot, and I think I agree. You know who the 2 wild cards are right now? The Flyers and Capitals. Oh, the Flyers and Caps not that good? No, they're great. The Metro is just stupid. Flyers, by the way, 44 points, Caps 42. The Leafs have 33 points in 32 games. The Bruins are 6 points ahead with 39 points, in 35 games. The Leafs are 6 points behind the Bruins in 3 fewer games. If you play 3 games and you win all 3 games, how many points do you get? 6! And right now there are 2 Atlantic teams between the Leafs and the Bruins. Tampa Bay, who has 37 points in 34 games, that's 2 more than the Leafs, and the Panthers, 35 points in 34 games, 2 more than the Leafs. Think of how many points the Leafs have left on the board this season. Think of how young they are, and think of how good they could be by season's end. It's not stupid. I'm not going to say what's not stupid, but you know what it is, and it's not stupid. Well, Steve, Tampa's really injured. They don't adjust the standings for that. Anyway, I'm getting far too ahead of myself. I'm supposed to be recapping the Leafs Avalanche game. If I may do a quick musical recap. 6-0 win. 5 for the GOAT. 4 JVR. 3 Kadri. 2 Connor Brown. And Matthews is a Leaf. The Leafs take on the Coyotes now. I do have a special announcement before we end this thing. Steve, get to the Twitter winners! I am! Sonnet Insurance has gifted me 2 pairs of tickets for the alumni game for the Centennial Classic. This is between some of the Red Wings legends and the Leafs legends, and I'm giving them away. I teased that I was going to be doing this in my last video, so if you weren't watching, well, sorry. Last night I said to retweet a certain tweet, and over 1,000 of you did. And the winner of one of the pairs of tickets, Simon Griffith, congratulations, you are going to be going to BMO Field on New Year's Eve day. I never know what to call it. New Year's Eve day. It's during the day of New Year's Eve. That sounds right. So, who gets the second pair of tickets? Well, if you have been listening to the recent Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast, you will know that Adam and Jesse put me in an awkward position. We had a contest for tickets to a game between the Leafs and the Rangers, and they had ranked all of these poems in order of how they thought they should be ranked. They gave me the ultimate final call, and instead of picking the guy that they ranked first, I picked the guy they ranked second and gave the tickets to him. That would be Zach, who had an excellent entry. Congratulations, Zach, by the way. But poor Alex from Kitchener, who was ranked first, but I didn't pick to win. What are we to do with him? What are we to do with Alex from Kitchener? Well, how about we give him a pair of tickets to the alumni game as well. So congrats to Simon and Alex, and thank you if you entered the contest. You never know, maybe I'll get to do it again sometimes. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video, click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. One more video before Christmas. Let's hope it's for a win.